Natalie. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Excellent. Doing very, very well. And today we're actually taking what we talked about last week and taking it one step further.
Definitely. We are talking about why you need to create a freebie, like why it's worth your time to have a lead magnet or an opt-in as part of your strategy for building your business or your blog online.
Absolutely. Because I feel like nowadays it's not enough for someone just to put their email into a box and then have them send or receive emails from you. They want actually something in return where they can put that email in and get something out of it.
Yeah, so whether that's a printable, like a checklist, a tip sheet, a workbook, or an ebook, or a video series, or a webinar, I don't know, what else we got? Quiz.
Challenges, a spreadsheet, templates. There are just so many options of things that you can create that will make your audience's life easier or even help them get results faster.
Yeah, so we just gave you a bunch of ideas. I myself have probably created one of each of those at least. I think I have like 25 freebies on my site. It's a problem. I like making them. But yeah, why is it so important? And I know like my reason is because by creating a freebie, and it might be should be your reason too, you are enticing and encouraging someone to give you their name and their email and join your email newsletter. So it's like, hey, you want to get this freebie? Become part of my community of how many, subscribers where I'm providing, tips, behind the scenes secrets, whatever it is. But that freebie is like the little piece of chocolate that's like making someone want to
buy. Absolutely. And in my case, not only that, but the freebie also helps me determine what kind of content that person actually wants to learn. Since I talk about different things on my blog and on my YouTube channel, such as website creation, branding, and traffic, depending on the freebie that they opt in for, I know more or less what kind of content they want to receive so that I can funnel them and take them on a journey where they receive more of that type of content, and you can even gear them towards the courses that would better fit for what their needs are.
Definitely. So one thing that I would say you guys should not do, and like a big mistake that I know I made when it comes to creating freebies, is that I make too many. I do think that the best way to go is to have one amazing freebie that is attracting very specifically the type of people you want as your customers, right? So for example, on nataliebardo.com, I'm your Pinterest coach. So my freebie is my free masterclass. And it's very specific, very tailored. You take that, you have a thank you offer. It gives you the free, 45 to 50-minute training. And then I make you an offer. And if you signed up for that free class, you are most likely interested in the offer that I am going to offer you. So, like looking back at It's All You Boo, yeah, 25 freebies. You crazy, Natalie. But like, it's a learning lesson that I should just be more specific with my freebies. What do you think about that? Like, what should someone's first freebie be?
I feel like sometimes holds people back when creating a freebie is that they think it needs to be this monstrous thing, or like for instance, an ebook or a masterclass or a challenge that will actually take you hours and hours and hours of work in order for you to accomplish. But some great freebies are things that are really easy that you can create maybe in a matter of minutes, but will actually get great results for your audience. Just as a random example, for instance, if you have like a washing machine and like all these little buttons that the person needs to click and what are the different options, but if you could just create an option that is a cheat sheet with all these little buttons and just showing them where they need to click to get a particular result. So it doesn't need to be overly complicated. It just needs to make your target audience life easier or get them results faster. And even if you have content, for instance, Natalie already had created that masterclass, so she just repurposed something that she had already created in order to become this amazing freebie and attract even more people. So think about things that you have done in the past, but you can repurpose into a freebie or even new things that you can create that will help your target audience just get better results.
Yeah, like you could take a series of blog posts and make that into even an ebook. That could even be something that you sell, honestly. Like I think we've done a lot of the work, or taking a portion of a very popular blog post and making that into a printable in Canva. For example, you can use Canva to design freebies, and they have templates. It's super easy, right?
Oh, absolutely. Canva is literally just so easy. You just copy everything that you created. You can just have a sheet that's PDF format, just paste everything there, just add some little elements so that it looks nice, and you'll be good to go. Another option, for instance, if you create videos, is to just get the scripts of those videos and share them with your audience. So instead of having them sit down and watch all the videos, you can have them read it so that it's easier for them to access.
Yeah, so we can see here some place that you can have your freebies on your website. So this is Marina's website. This pops up as soon as I'm on your site telling me to sign up for this amazing free 5 lessons, right? That you have. Same thing on my site. I've got always have a freebie on the homepage. It's spring. I got my spring clean your mind checklist. But something I actually want to bring your attention to is a quiz. I find that the best way. I have tried, like I said, I have ebooks, I have printables, I have checklists, I have workbooks, I have challenges, I have every webinars, every type of freebie, I've made it. And my most converting one is my free quiz that I created using Try Interact. So it's right in my top bar. You click on it and you start the quiz. And if you guys have never heard of Try Interact or Interact, it's amazing. So you can see here, I've grown my list by 5,000 leads using the quiz that I created using their platform. And it's super easy because they have templates like with questions, and you just pick one that's going to match your brand, change the colors, and you've got an awesome freebie. Like, what type of yoga is right for you? You know?
And
What's
people
your
love
archetype? Like, look, there's so many that you can choose from. So I'm going to put a link for you guys to check that out. Try Interact is amazing, and I just love it. I'm a fan. Interact. Quiz builder.
Here, and if you just think about it, it's how BuzzFeed grew, because people love taking quizzes, even if it's just for fun. So if you can combine what you're teaching or what you're talking about and link that to something that's fun or interesting, people will be doing that in their own free time just because they want to, not because they have to.
Yeah, it doesn't feel stressful. Quizzes are fun. So that's I think my number one recommendation is you need a freebie and you should make it a quiz.
I totally agree. You should definitely create a freebie if you don't have one already. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can use Interact, like Natalie said, to create quizzes, or Canva in order to create a worksheet, a checklist. I have videos on how to create those from scratch as well. We'll leave a link to those down below. So it's super, super easy, not stressful, and it will make a huge difference when growing your email list.
Definitely. So start that email list. It's not complicated. Marina has some more, training videos that I'm going to link in the description of this video. So if you guys need more information on how to create a freebie, how to set up your email list, she's going to help you with that. So that's it for this week. Remember, we have a new episode every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be seeing you next week right here at that time.
Absolutely. See you, Natalie.
Bye.